Hey, hi everyone. Here is a quick tips on how to change your Ford Focus manual transmission oil. As you see, there are two plugs here. There's the fuel plug on the top and the drain plug at the bottom. So by convention, you always have to release or unscrew the fuel plug first. Make sure you can lose the fuel plugs before you start draining your fluid, because you have to make sure you can refill your transmission afterward. But as you can see, the fuel plugs on the top, yeah, they have a lot of space which you can work with a wrench, with your adapter things. However, the drain plugs, as you can see, there's really not much space you can work with. So a regular wrench is out of the question. But here is a tip. I find that if you have a hex key, in this case for the Ford Focus, the latest model, it will work with the 8mm hex wrench. It fits exactly with the size of the plug for both fill and drain. So you have some space you can work with, like this. I loosened it already. However, if you find that you don't feel comfortable about using the 8mm angle wrench like this, you can use the similar size socket. I don't know how to call that, T something, but it's 8mm size anyway. However, you use a small box wrench and put it like this, and this will give you a better leverage to loosen the plug. Depends on how long is your wrench. If it's not long enough, you just keep adding extension. In my case, I'm using a deep socket to put it like this, and then with a very long extension, whatever you have, to loosen it. Once you get past the initial friction, then everything will be much easier. And tightening it, you can just do it by hand. Don't use the extension because you don't want to strip it. And as you can see, there's really not much space here in between, so I would say this is the only way to get this thing loose and tighten. And as usual, when you change your transmission fluid, make sure your car is level. Always unplug the filler hose first, and then you start draining your fluid, and then just retighten the drain plug and use a pump to refill your transmission back. And thanks for watching. Okay, here is an alternate transmission fluid filler hole. This is actually from the factory. Really, this is the factory filler hole, and this is for the manual transmission for the 2013 and above Focus ST manual transmission 6-speed. So if you find the default filler hole, the transmission fluid filler hole, a little bit difficult to fill the transmission fluid back, you can utilize these holes, but it may take some more work because you need to remove the air box, the fuel filter box, and the plug itself is also the same to the other filler and drain plugs for the same transmission, which is the 8mm hex socket or Allen key. So just another tip. If you want to fill a little bit more easier, you may need to take out the air box and fill it from here. One more thing, you may need a universal joint because the angle for the plug is a little bit tilted because of the batteries over here. So just take a note of that. And otherwise, make sure you fill the same capacity which the owner's manual suggests. Try not to overfill it. For the Focus ST manual transmission, according to the manual, is a 1.8 quart of the transmission fluid. And that's pretty much it. And thanks for watching again.